Gotta get a news desk, man.
Like anchor man.
Camera good? Kevin, this one, Kevin's right. That coach will never be right.
Channel 6 News. I have like those things sitting up. All right. Good to come out with a win, as always. I'm always happy to get a win, regardless of how the win occurs or who it's against. We made that commitment. Excuse me, made that commitment at the beginning of the season. All right, we're going to enjoy it when we win. All right, but I'm also not going to blow smoke up people's butts either. And I was disappointed in some things in the game. Obviously, I'm excited we won, but there was also some things you're disappointed about that we've got to continue to improve on. Sound like a Kermit the Frog right now. But we're 9-1, 6-1 in the conference, and we have a chance next week to play for championship, right? To play and win the game and be in, and that's all you can ask for, right? If anybody asked at the beginning of the season, if you'd be sitting here, and yes, we would be, right? If we'd have that opportunity to be 9-1 going into the last 2 games of the season, but at the same time, right, we got things we got to correct and fix. We come off the bye week. I expected us to play better in certain areas of the team. We didn't. Thought in the second half of the game we came out and we're a little bit better at times. We still gave some explosives, right, but we got a couple stops. You get guys in 3rd and 19. You got to be able to get off the field. So thought the offense moved the ball. As the game went on, we had a couple times early on, we put the ball on the ground, which is unacceptable. And had a couple of punts where Marshall did a nice job and pinned them back. All right, so Haynes obviously did a heck of a job, and thought Malachi ran the ball well. Did some really good things there. So look, there's a lot of things we got to work on. A lot of things we got to improve on. But the one thing coming out of this is we got the win, right? And let's win. And I'm not going to say move on, right? We got to win. We got to continue to learn, continue to grow, and be ready to play next Saturday, right? Kelly.
What was is there a specific thought process you called timeout, I think, with 11 seconds left? Is it a runoff thing?
No, gosh, no. I mean, they marked where they marked the far side of the field, marked it as a first down.
Oh.
All right, so they mark it as a first down. I'm getting ready, we're on the left hash, right? Bang the timeout, center it, all right, use our last timeout and kick field goal with no time on the clock. Well, then they come back and say it's 4th and all that. So, yeah, I mean, you're looking at them and they say first down, and then after we called the timeout to have the next play, I went and asked them, and they said it had been cleared. I said, were they going to review it? And they said they'd already cleared it. So,
where were the breakdowns defensively today?
I'll look at the tape and let you know. No, I mean it's.
You have to have some idea.
Yeah, middle of the field passing game. The C gap area in the run game, kind of we had a couple times we had explosive runs, one on 4th and 1. We had 2 guys fit outside as opposed to fitting the puller the right way. The one early in the game, EJ got to get off a block, and the guy grabs him and he's got to work through that and fit through it. And so I saw a lot of them what they were, but in the middle of the field passing game, we got to really continue. We got to work on.
I mean, how discouraging is that? I mean, you had a couple of weeks to try to shore some things up.
Yeah. Look, as I said after the game, I'm happy for the win.
Yeah.
Right.
Notre Dame came in here and got pushed by BC2 off the bye week, and then obviously it moved forward from that. Does that opportunity exist for you guys too, where you get pushed in this game, you learn for some things, and then as a result of getting pushed, you become better moving forward?
I'm not sure I understand what you mean by getting pushed.
Do you think having BC play, when you guys nearly win the game, do you think that helps you to kind of shore up some areas and know that you are vulnerable in some ways, and that helps you moving forward as you pursue an ACC championship?
I mean, if you're a competitor, right? It doesn't matter who you win, who you beat, who you get beat by. I mean, at the end of the day, you got issues, and then my job is to get us to fix those issues. I mean, that's a critical thing we look at all the time. So. We've had two performances in a row that we did not do a good job in certain areas, but this one we got a win out of it, and we've got to take the good, just like every game. We got to take the good, we got to take the bad, we got to continue to do things well that we're doing well and improve the things we're not.
Okay, Jonathan.
Headed into the fourth quarter, you guys obviously had a big fourth quarter. Anything on the sideline set? Any kind of meetings going on, or whatever you want to call it, to kind of rally down the stretch?
No, halftime was a come to our senses meeting, and then still gave a couple of plays there, but no, I don't think I could say anything else after I said it. What I said at halftime. I mean, that's why I sound like Kermit right now.
Go here in the middle, then Michael.
Coach, you talked about obviously things you need to fix your defense, but considering the situation you were in, down 11, late third, down again, late fourth, obviously this win probably means a lot more because of the situation you guys are in.
Yeah, I mean, every win is special. I mean, they're hard. It's hard to win games, and but when you see the resiliency and the confidence and the preparation, and look, that's the thing. I mean, I can sit here and tell you I'm going to look at the tape, I want to see the technical things, and how we got beat or this and that. I mean, I'll tell you guys all right now what I said at halftime. We need to stop waiting around for things to happen. We need to stop waiting around, and we need to go make plays. Right? There was a totally different energy in the second half on our sideline than there was in the first half. Right? And you cannot play college football these days, right, and be like that. You can't do it. Right? So the energy on the sideline is contagious into the team, and it shows the focus that everyone has in the team. And then, when you sit back and either, try not to mess things up, you're going to get beat. Right? When you sit back and try to play, let me feel my way through it, you're going to get beat. Okay? And then when you sit back and just wait to see what's – we got to go attack. This is an attacking game, right? And we've got to do a better job of that in certain phases of attacking, of not waiting to – I mean, you see what happens when you sit around and wait for things, right? It ain't a good outcome.
Michael.
After the last game, you said you thought maybe the pressure was off your team. Do you think that ended up being true with the way you played today, the way you responded today? You still think they might be feeling it a little bit?
No, I don't see any pressure. I mean, we got to play better in certain areas. We got to continue to play well in the things we're playing well in.
Patrick.
Coach, talk to us about the growing role for Jordan Allen, if you would, tonight.
Yeah, he's real fast. He scores touchdowns when he gets the ball in his hand, so makes big chunk yardage. No, we've known he's a really dynamic player. It was good to see Malik come back out there tonight and make some plays. And but now Jordan's gonna be a tremendous football player for us, and his role's increasing every week, and that's the beauty of seeing these young kids start to develop and get out there on the field.
Thank you.
Jonathan and Kelly.
Can you talk, when you look at kind of some of the away games, it seems like you guys have had slow starts on your away games fairly consistently due, obviously, against Wake, and then now tonight, and even NC State. Have you looked at, or are you considering any changes in kind of routine or anything like that?
No. Like I said a few weeks ago, I think the cattle prod might come back out. The electric probe, just or like a sledgehammer or something. Put your hand down, just a sledgehammer in your hand. You feel the electricity go through your body. No, but no, there's not a change routine or whatnot. I believe in the routine that we're in. There's games we started off really fast, right? But good news is we got to still strive to play that complete football game.
Oh, you want to wrap us up? Sure.
I guess it says a lot that the guys didn't give up in a similar situation in the NC State game where we're able to make enough plays on defense to get the ball back a few times. And just, I guess, how do you keep everybody locked in when it's going so poorly on that side of the ball? And they were able to make some plays in the fourth quarter to get a 3-and-out, to get the ball back and not kind of give up in those moments.
I mean, a lot of those things, the mentality of your team, that's all created so far in the off season and through, from January on, of resiliency and being able to put the last play behind and move on. I say all the time, putting the last play behind you and be able to play the next play. Right? I need to reemphasize the learning from the play previously because like I said, I'll look at the tape and see whether they're repetitive mistakes of the same thing. It looked like a lot of times it was different individuals doing some of the same things. So,
Chad, we'll have you wrap us up.
Sorry.
I know where this is going.
Yeah, you touched on next week. I mean, it's going to be one of the biggest games in a long time at Tech, playing Pitt for a chance to go to the championship game. Just your thoughts on what that atmosphere will be, what that magnitude of that game will be.
Yeah, it's a home game for us, so I would expect it to be a really good atmosphere. We love playing at home. We love the fans. I can't wait to see the fans and the students and everyone there. But I did do one thing different in the locker room just now. I told the team, I said, I'm not waiting until tomorrow. I'm not waiting until tomorrow to talk. So maybe I did change the routine a little bit. Right? I told them, I said, 1 week from now, right, we're in a play-in game. Bottom line. Right? So from this moment forward, everything is geared towards us playing the best football we can possibly play as a football team next Saturday. So we're not waiting. There ain't no sitting around 24-hour rule. It was a 24-second rule.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks,
All
Coach.
right, thank y'all. Go Jackets.